Salut guys! Hey, je suis tellement contente aujourd'hui de finalement vous présenter le nouveau projet sur la chaîne YouTube, donc mon nouveau podcast. Alors, ça va s'appeler le Fallait être là podcast, parce que fallait être là, non?
Ben, j'étais là.
Donc, je vais recevoir toutes sortes d'invités. On va revisiter des éras super importantes de notre culture, de notre société, ce qui nous a collectivement marqué. Et je vous jure, on va avoir du fun, c'est fou. Là, je vous rassure, les vidéos YouTube sur la chaîne vont toujours être là. Ça va pas changer, mais j'avais envie qu'on ouvre nos horizons sur la chaîne, donc qu'on aille à la rencontre de personnes vraiment importantes, d'amis, qu'on aille juste découvrir plein d'autres affaires parce que Dirty Bitch, elle aime vraiment plein de sujets. Alors, on va être un petit peu des archivistes ensemble et autant qu'on pourrait parler de pop culture des années 2000 qu'on pourrait parler de l'art dans les années 80, de d'autres générations aussi. J'adore justement parler à des gens un peu plus âgés pour nous relater un peu leur vie, ce qu'ils ont vécu. Donc, pour moi, c'est vraiment, fallait être là, on va se promener puis on va avoir du fun en tabarouette. Alors, il me fait plaisir de vous présenter le premier épisode et cet épisode-là, il est vraiment important pour moi puisqu'il s'est fait sur la route entre Montréal et Boston. Je suis allée visiter une personne tellement extraordinaire qui m'a trouvée sur les réseaux pour aller participer à son projet de documentaire sur Britney Spears en tant que fan francophone de Montréal. Et c'était comme quasiment un rêve, là. Je me disais, wow, pour vrai, Charlie, thank you so much. I can't believe that. Et on a tellement cliqué au point qu'on n'arrêtait pas de faire des vidéos ensemble. Puis c'est comme ça que le podcast, que l'idée, en fait, a débuté. Puis pour moi, c'était vraiment important de garder ça intact. Vous allez voir les échanges qu'on a eus par rapport à Britney Spears. C'était tellement enrichissant, c'était tellement magnifique. Vous allez découvrir une personnalité tellement unique. Je peux pas décrire. Je dis dans l'entrevue à un moment donné que vous avez besoin d'une Charlie dans votre vie parce que Charlie m'a tellement apporté depuis ma rencontre. J'ai vraiment eu un gros coup de foudre pour cette personnalité. Vous allez voir son cheminement en tant que le plus grand fan de Britney Spears aux États-Unis et je vous mens pas. Vous allez le découvrir dans l'entrevue, là. Et, guys, genre, je suis tellement heureuse. Je pense qu'on va juste commencer comme ça. Puis, vous allez voir, on est dans les petites coulisses au début, on sait pas trop, on commence ça, puis après ça, les discussions vont s'enchaîner et ça va vraiment être intéressant. Et je suis tellement contente aujourd'hui de vous présenter Charlie Smith sur la chaîne It's Dirty Bitch. Donc, c'est parti. Fallait être là, premier épisode.
Yes, this is our pilot, our podcast pilot.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh, what did we say we should call it? Or I said, we were saying, we'll come up with a better name than that, but we were saying Millennial
Spectrum?
Yes, that's what it was.
Parce que je suis de la dernière génération des milléniaux et Charlie, c'est dans les premiers. Because Charlie is 39. Yes, 39, yeah. And me, I'm almost 20. I'm a millennial.
That's going to be my new thing, is I'm going to be like, you're 21, girl. And I think we're good. We're recording.
For real? The
Yeah.
sound is on?
Yes. Do we need like a table on the bed? I can make it happen. I'll make it happen. Blam.
Je fais un peu n'importe quoi en ce moment. Here's the champagne bottle for this new friendship. And full of projects. I'm doing this. That's it.
Well, then, come on.
Come on! I was expecting a bit more.
Come on.
What?
Right? Yeah, it's filming. So we should be good. Good to go. Cheers.
Cheers! Cheers!
Britney friendship.
Yes! So, c'est notre première soirée de pyjama ensemble. On est super excités. We're out. Sorry, I forgot that you're not speaking French.
It's like,
I'm so used to do content in French,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was automatic
so you're just
for me.
on. Like if you turn it on, you're just like, bonjour. Yeah, oh yeah, right.
So I will probably speak in both languages because my community is from France in particular.
Oh, should I get my... Hold on.
I will test this beautiful wine.
Yes, test it while I get my tablet.
A few moments later.
Welcome back.
I had to turn my mic off. Hello.
So is it still on? Yes.
Yes, we should be good.
I was talking, je parlais avec la communauté. I was talking to the community. First, cheers.
Hello, community.
Hi, the Dirty Bitch community.
How do you say cheers in French?
We say cheers.
Cheers is just cheers. It's like mama and papa. Yeah, okay.
But maybe santé. Sometimes you can say santé, but
Or like, is salute? Is that a thing?
salute is more Italian.
Okay, Italian, right.
Italian. So, yes, I was talking to the community. Je parlais avec la communauté que, Charlie,
Yes.
you did American Idol.
I did do
in the
American
States.
Idol. The American Idol, yes,
This
I
is
did.
crazy.
Yeah, it was it was an
which year?
experience. 2010 was the year it was filmed.
I got this.
And 2011, so it was season 10. It was the first year where Simon Cowell wasn't there. So it was J-Lo, who doesn't like to be called J-Lo, by the way.
J-Lo was the judge.
J-Lo was my judge. J-Lo, Steven Tyler, and Randy Jackson, who Randy did not like me. He said no to me every single round, but the other two, they liked me. They
It's
said
sure que je vais mettre des extraits vidéo, guys. Vous allez apprendre à connaître Charlie through this interview, ça c'est clair et net. So you have so much, like, and even in the showbiz, in the US showbiz, you experimented. Tu as expérimenté un petit peu cet univers hollywoodien, Hollywood, Los Angeles, and everything.
Yeah, it was, well, so first of all, they say you're going to Hollywood, but you go to Pasadena. You don't, like, I didn't go to Hollywood with American Idol. They take you to, like, a suburb. So then, yeah, it was a pretty weird experience. I would just say that my real fun learning about Los Angeles wasn't on American Idol. It was after I got kicked off. So after I got kicked off the show, and I had like a little taste of what, not fame, but what like Hollywood is like, it was really fun to move to Los Angeles and just stop giving a fuck. You know, like, because as soon as I went on reality TV, I was like, oh, this is all fake. Like, this is all not real. And like the talent is real, and the winners are real. Like, the show is real in that sense. But like the drama is all orchestrated.
So you talk about drama, tu parles de drama. Toi, dans l'émission, in the TV show, how were you cast? Because
I was the crazy one.
I know, because I saw the clip where you were speaking loudly about your love for Britney.
Yes.
Je pense que c'est le premier clip que j'ai vu de Charlie à propos de cette émission. I think it's the first clip I saw about you in this show, this TV show. And it's so beautiful. But as you told me, they were trying to make it like it was a big deal or something weird.
It is. Like, I think that they used me to further the narrative that Britney fans are crazy. And it was really at a pivotal time, because that was right around the time, you know, she was 3 years into the conservatorship. So I think it was really, if we could kind of go back in time, that would have been the time to really loudly advocate for her and say, hey, it doesn't look like something's right with this situation. And I did say that on American Idol. They just didn't air it. So, like, I said it to the cameras, but, like, they did not air any of that.
You were in advance? And
Oh, of course. I knew there was a problem with Britney, like with her freedom, or I knew something was going on before the conservatorship started. The fact that on CNN, they were talking about her very personal life, it was like, why is this news? There was a war in Iraq at that time. Like, why was that on CNN? That's weird, you know? And so I was always loudly talking about how something was going on.
Yes.
And then on American Idol, I talked about my love for her, and I talked about how I hated that she was under a conservatorship and all this stuff.
Yes.
And they just aired the parts where I seemed very manic, which I am. You know, I am a manic person.
Yeah.
I'm an attention whore. I just have always been that way, and I'm very hyperactive. And I smoke a lot of weed, and I couldn't smoke weed on the show because it was not legal at the time. So
must be hard.
It was really hard, and it gave me anxiety. So I seem a lot more wild on the show than
erratic.
I seem very erratic, which I kind of can be, but not that level. Like, it's not.
But this is so sad that the Britney Spears fans have this reputation. Je ne comprends pas pourquoi les fans de Britney Spears, les gens aiment dire vous êtes vraiment
yeah, right.
Britney fan.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Why? She's so gorgeous, she's so talented, elle est super. Elle a marqué une génération. Je sais pas pourquoi ce mépris. I don't know where it came from.
I think it's I try not to be conspiratorial, but at the same time, it feels like it's very like A to B. Like, if Britney is this powerful woman and other people are watching and adoring her, and then they're able to like clip her wings, so to speak, and then we all just have to sit and watch it. That's kind of saying something to all of us. And I have always loudly pushed back on people saying, like, I think if you're a Britney fan, people assume that you're crazy. They're just like, oh yeah, you're like a crazy person, you're erratic. And
It's sad, but
Britney wasn't erratic. Like, I hate when people bring up her shaving her head, or like even when we were talking about Britney theme parties, right?
Yes.
I don't like when people show up with shaved head Britney. I'm just like, don't be that guy, because it's just like, I had my nervous breakdown. I would not want somebody to like dress as a caricature of me during my nervous breakdown.
Yes, we can all relate now to that moment.
Yeah.
The sense that now, maintenant qu'on est adulte, on relate to Britney so much. Like,
Yeah.
I relate to Britney in 2007, but I feel what you said, that it's not respectful.
Yeah.
C'est pas tellement respectueux de remontrer ces clichés-là, to present
It's
those
poor
pictures.
taste. I feel like it's just poor taste, and it's not like, I mean, you know, people can say and do what they want, and I'm sure people don't always mean something bad by it, but I think, I don't know, I think Americans are very, like bullies. Like, they're very, like, into, like, bully culture and just, like, shitting on each other and, like, keyboard warrior and all that bullshit. And Britney, I think, is a really good example of, like, okay, so, all right. One of the Hadid sisters, I can't remember, she had a baby, and she put out a thing to the paparazzi like, hey, leave us alone. And people were like, go, girl. Rightfully, which is great. Wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, why does she get that? Why does she get that? But then Britney has 2 kids, and the paparazzi are chasing her to the point where she almost drops her kids, and then they blame her as if she's a bad mom. It's like, you just chased her. That's the most gaslighting shit. Like, they mobbed her, and, you know, I was telling you, you know, I don't know.
We will always remember, but toujours se rappeler this picture of Britney when she's with their sons, because the paparazzi were running at her, and elle a essayé d'aller se cacher dans je pense, un restaurant, in a restaurant maybe, and
She almost dropped them and then ran into the restaurant.
Yes, it's terrible.
Yeah.
How can they do that to a human being? C'est crazy. C'est fou. Et toi, Charlie, you're such a great advocate.
I hope so.
And this is why I'm so glad to bring you on the channel, because people need a Charlie in their life.
That's the best saying ever. People need a Charlie. I love that.
But awesome. Now I need to know, j'ai besoin de savoir où cet amour pour Britney est né. Where did this love for Britney has born in yourself, in your bones, in your soul?
This is a great question. So much. It's such a good question. Like, I love this so much. So, like, I think my love originally for her began with this idea of me having this fire inside myself, like me having this persona of like who I was, that I was sassy and I could dance and I could sing and I'm this performer. And when I would see her perform, it would be like hypnotizing. Like, it would almost hypnotize me in this way that I was just like, I felt stronger. Like, I feel literally stronger watching her. From the first time I saw her singing Baby One More Time, I should shut my phone off. From the first time I heard Baby One More Time, it made me feel stronger. Then she came out with a song called Stronger, and I was like, yes, stronger! Like, you are! Like, you make me feel stronger.
My loneliness ain't killing me.
I was in my 30s before I realized that the Stronger song was a response to the Baby One More Time lyric. Like, yes, girl. Yes. Girl. So, yeah, my love for her. Well, I've told you too, my love for singing started with Celine Dion. Oh, I love Celine Dion. And then when Britney came out, it was something about her performance, like her as a performer. I love her as a singer. Her singing is great, but it's her actual, like, it's her actual performance. It's the
soul delivery.
Yes, like the way she dances, and like, and something about the way that her mouth moves when she sings is just like, it's like I know who I am. Like, I don't know, like I don't even know how to explain it. Like, when I see her perform, when I see a close-up on her face, when I'm like right there, really focused on her, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. And so it started from this very like big organic feeling that I couldn't describe. And then as I got older, every important moment of my life synced up with Britney. Like every single moment. Like it's hard to articulate even, but one of the best examples I've said is like in 2007 when Britney performed Gimme Gimme More on the 2007 VMAs, right? Yes. I've never seen that performance because that is the night my dad died. So I was like literally like standing, like staring at the TV, waiting for the curtain to go up for her performance to start. And that's when I got the call that my dad was dead. So then
this is a powerful.
Yeah, like it was a really big connection for me because when I went, I had to go to the hospital, of course, to like say goodbye to my dad. But at that same moment that I was crying about my dad, Britney was backstage after the VMAs,
and she's been
crying,
humiliated,
right? And
yes,
that was one of the hardest moments of her career, I think.
Yes,
and it was one of the hardest moments of my life. So like, and I always had these weird things like that. And then Britney had 2 babies. I had 2 babies.
She's a Sagittarius.
You know, she's a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. Like I have all these little, you know, quirky things that kept me. And then, and like I said,
that's so beautiful.
Yeah. And I've told you and there's been multiple stories like that. And then I told you very recently, my daughter got very sick.
Yes.
And listening to Stronger when I was driving back and forth to the hospital made a huge difference in like literally keeping myself strong for my kid. So it's weird because as a teenager, it helped me get through my childhood and now it's helping me as a mother. And I've always looked up to Britney as a mom. She holds her head high. She, you know, she loves her babies. Like she's a mama who don't fucking play. Like I love her.
She loves her babies.
She does love her babies, you know.
It makes me sad that they're not really together, but
yeah, it is.
This part is really making me sad.
It's sad, but it's also one of those things where like I think 2 things can be true at once. And I think it's important, you know, that everybody's honoring the boys too, like that their journey is theirs. And who knows how they feel about their mom? Who knows how they're going to feel about their mom in 5 years or 10 years or when the child support stops, it might shift. You know what I mean? A lot of people are speculating that. I would like to think that the boys, I have a lot of faith in them. I don't think that they're going to make decisions based on money. I think when they turn 18, I don't think they will. I think that they're going to try to work on their relationship with their mom. And I don't really like when people shit on Kevin Federline as a dad either, because he may or may not be a good guy. We don't know. But the boys seem to love him. You know what I mean? Like they love their dad.
He's still a parent.
He's a parent and he's there. I mean, he's raised them. They're not off somewhere. You know what I mean? Like he is raising those kids. He seems to also be raising the other kids with their money.
Yes.
So that's the part where it's like, I don't like that. But, oh my God, I gotta get that. So annoying. My fucking phone.
It's all right. C'est une soirée de pyjama, guys. It's a pajama night. So it's all right. Nothing's perfect, but it's perfect like that. It's perfect.
It's like my that. LGBT group.
Nice.
What was I just say? Anyway.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers, queers.
Guys and girls and boys. Everybody.
Guys, gals, and non-binary towels.
Yes. I told my community about the non-binary and we're trying to be the more inclusive as possible. So I'm alternating, I can say like both.
Yeah. I like saying guys, gals, and non-binary. Or I say guys, gals, and gender fluid pals. That's one I like.
That's perfect.
I like coming up with ones, like new ones.
That's good. So now I want to know, just about Charlie, because your love for Britney was really, ton amour pour Britney, you're going for
Yeah, I am getting my translator. I love it.
Parfait. OK, je vais parler lentement, tu le verras. Donc, déjà, depuis le début de la carrière de Britney, tu as eu un gros coup de foudre pour cet artiste. Puis là, ton coup de foudre, ton amour pour elle a tellement augmenté avec les années. Moi, je me demande, quand tu as su à propos de la cause du Free Britney Movement, puis quand tu as su dans les prémices que Britney était contrôlée, qu'elle était sous tutelle, C'était quoi les premiers ressentiments que tu as eu quand tu commençais à découvrir ça en tant que fan? Are you okay with the translation?
What Britney was controlled that she had that was under the guardianship. So that's actually pretty close though. That was really cool. At the beginning of Britney's career, you have had a big crush on this artist. Yes, that's true. There, your love at first sight, your love for her has increased more. And what Britney, and this is where it got messed up.
Perfect. So when you heard the first thing about the conservatorship thing and that Britney was not free, how did you feel as a fan when you first discovering more and more about the case? Because you love her so much.
I want to be really honest with you. So before it became a narrative, like before people were talking about it, I was way ahead of it. Like I remember the first time I saw Lou Taylor on TV in 2008 or 2008. And I was like, who the fuck is this lady? And why is she calling herself a spokesperson for their family? Like, this is so weird. And as a fan, I was so worried. Like, I was so fucking scared. And I tried to talk to people about it. And when I would try, I'd be like, Britney Spears, da, da, da. And they were like, okay, bro. Like, no one took me seriously. They just didn't. And the same with Cara. Like, leave Britney alone. People just didn't take us seriously.
Yeah, leave Britney. Okay.
I had people compare me to Cara all the fucking time. All the time.
But
people,
it's almost a compliment.
I never took it. I was like, yeah. I was like, that could have been me. I was almost jealous. I was like, that should have been me, really.
Yeah,
I mean, like, love her. But I was on, it was on my radar that she was being exploited way before. So to be honest with you, when it became like kind of like popular almost to like talk about like, oh, Britney, and it became like a new thing, it almost irritated me at first because everybody was calling me like, so did you hear? Did you know? And I'm just like, I tried to tell you that in 2008 and you called me a fucking lunatic. Like, yeah, I know. It's almost triggering because it's like, it's like I've been screaming about this for decades. So at first it was almost annoying. Like we were talking about content creators. And I was telling you, it's tough for me to watch some people because the things they're talking about, I'm just so emotionally invested. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm so emotionally invested.
So you screamed the news before it was
the news. So then by the time people were like, oh, did you? I was just like, yeah, no shit. And so then I think that are the things that helped me with creating the Britney Army General page. Because I didn't have that page before she was free. That's not something I've always had. I created that in like, I don't even remember what year she got free. Was it 21? Yeah, it was 21. So I got that page like mid 22. It was like after she was free and stuff with Sam and the wedding. Actually, it was the wedding. Her Sam wedding looked so, I was like, something's weird. Something's fucking weird.
There's pictures comme avec le AI, with AI generated. It looks like in this wedding, it was so weird.
The wedding, and I mean, now that they're not together, I guess technically it's a moot point. I guess it doesn't matter anymore, but something about the wedding got me very suspicious.
Yes.
So that was when I created the page and I started to kind of try to be an actual...
The page was created before the wedding?
No. Mine? My Britney Army General? No.
Oh, it's so recent.
Yeah.
What?
So that's my point, is people think I was part of the Free Britney movement, and I was like, no. And they're like, oh, are you an OG? I'm like, no, I was before that. I was so burnt out on defending my love for Britney by the time 2017 happened, I was like mentally not there. Like,
it affected you a lot.
Oh yeah, I told you I had a nervous breakdown in 2016. I won't get into it.
I'm laughing, but
no, you can laugh at that. You can laugh. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine.
No,
but like when I had my breakdown, Britney was like very part of that. Like my frustration of just like, it was, you know what's crazy? I was in the psych ward at the same time that she went on strike.
Wow.
She was like, I'm done. Glory is it, and I'm done until my dad's off of this situation. And that was when I had my nervous breakdown. Weirdly enough, I was also in the hospital when Kanye West was, and I'm like,
no way.
That's weird.
The
5150.
Yes.
He and I were 5150 at the same time. It was really weird. It makes my conspiracy theories because I was like, I can hear thoughts and shit, and then he went into fucking the hospital. I was like, That's weird. We did that at the same exact time.
But I think you're saying things before.
I did. I mean, like, I totally did. So either way, it made it really
connected.
It made me really connected. And like I said, my nervous breakdown only further connected me to Britney, because I did have to go to places where I sat in a chair that I didn't want to for hours on end and whatever. So like,
you're relating to comprends beaucoup Britney.
Yeah.
You understand. You understand that one. Tu comprends.
It's like complex, right? Or comprehending.
It's like you understand. Tu comprends. Tu comprends.
Yeah.
I think because you lived so many situations with Britney.
Yeah.
So this is why the love for Britney started, and not even just the music or singing. It was really, c'était vraiment par amour, par rapport à la personne, the person she was, the struggle she lived. And this is why I think this cause move you the most.
Yeah.
Move you that much. What keep you like so motivated to just always continuing to fight and to be there, and just like this cause is huge. It's a lot. Like there's so many things happening, and
I think that it's kind of easy for me to stay the course. I don't think I started the right way. Actually, let me start over. I don't think I started in the right direction. And there were two specific people. One of them was Melanie Veronica, and the other one was Billy B, that I started to connect with a little bit more. And just seeing their content or chatting with them a little bit, I started to realize, like, okay, maybe there is a chance Britney is like chained up in a dungeon somewhere. Maybe she is. But if she's not, she's reading these conversations that we're having as if she doesn't exist. And Melanie Veronica really helped me to stop questioning Matthew Rosengart so much.
yes.
And I still don't trust him. I think there was a lot of weirdness about Matthew
So
Rosengart.
for the people, pour les gens ici, so can we just say who's Melanie Veronica?
Oh, sorry. So Melanie
Yes,
Veronica.
just because to be sure everybody.
Yeah, right.
is
You
on
should
the same
totally
page.
follow Melanie Veronica. Melanie Veronica is the content creator that was showing up to the court cases in the last for the probate court. So she was showing up to the probate court cases and covering it, and like a really professional, and like basically was the only journalist. You know, she might not technically work for like a actual like newspaper journalist type of thing. She's a journalist. She's the Britney journalist as far as I'm concerned. And she was showing up to all of these court cases, and she was the one that was there in person with Matthew Rosengart, looking him in the eye and asking questions. So like, I take her opinion I don't agree with every view that she has.
It's normal.
But like a lot of us see things from different perspectives, and she helped me to look at things from a more realistic and B, respectful viewpoint. Because at first I was just online talking about a celebrity, and then it started to occur to me that she could read some of this, or her kids could read it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like when people are watching a video and they're like, oh, this person couldn't be her because they look like XYZ. It's like, but what if it is, dude? What good is that doing? Like, I think people just want to be right so badly. They want to solve the Britney Rubik's Cube. I don't want to be right about fucking anything. I would be so happy if I found out that Britney is living in fucking Greece right now and just happy. You know what I mean? Like, I would love that. I've had people say, like, well, what if all of this was her fucking with us and she was really okay? Would you be mad? And I'm just like, no. Like, no, not at all. And my logic is the same as, like, if my kid went missing and I couldn't find my kid for a day, I wouldn't give a fuck. Just come home. Just come home. That's all I give a fuck about. If I found out Britney was safe, that's it, period, full stop. You don't have to tell me what else.
More important.
You don't have to tell me, right? You know what I mean? Like, people are like, well, what if we never know? Like, who the fuck are you, her mom? Why do you get to know? I hate that. Well, what if we never know? I don't fucking know. Maybe we never really went to the moon. Who the shit knows? Like, it doesn't matter. Why do you need to know?
Person.
You know what I mean? Like, why do you? Isn't that weird though? That people are just like, well, what if she's lying to us? Break up with her. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? She's not your fucking girlfriend.
But so many conspiracies, tellement de conspiration. Sometimes people can say also it's not her, c'est pas elle, it's a clone, she's been cloned.
Okay, here's the thing that bothers me. Clones don't start as full-ass grown-ups. They're babies. a clone is a baby, right?
Yeah.
So like, she's cloned. Like,
Yeah, no.
so they cloned her in 1997. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't logically make any fucking sense. And that's what bothers me about, they just throw these words out. Like, if you want to say it's an imposter, okay, that's a different conversation. A clone. So somebody went and fucking into a lab, like, they're like, it's possible. I'm like, I know that. That's not the debate. You know what I mean?
I know, for me, pour moi, yes, I know. But for me, I think people cannot accept, les gens ne peuvent pas accepter the fact that le fait que Britney is not the same anymore. She struggled, she lived horrible thing. Elle a vécu des choses complètement horribles. She has probably a big trauma. Yeah, of course, she has a
She
big
definitely does. Yeah, right,
Yes,
of course.
she couldn't be never the same as in 2000. It's just normal. And even if she's dancing and whatever, maybe ça fait pas de sens. It doesn't make sense for us. Yeah, she's crazy, but did you live in her shoes?
Yeah.
It's easy to say she's crazy.
It doesn't even look crazy to me. Like, that's fine if it looks crazy to other people. What's weird to me is people like, she looks like a lunatic. Like, dancing in her living room? Like, you really are that worked up about it? There are fucking people dying, like, all over the world right now. Spinning in her living room, people like, she needs to be taken care of. It's like, what? Like, how does that make any sense? Like,
She's totally fine and she has the right to do it. If she want to do it, girl, do it. Like, I don't find it an issue with that. But people, I think, cannot accept. Les gens ont de la misère à accepter que c'est plus la Britney d'autrefois. It's not the crossroad Britney. And it's
so,
all right.
But my thing, too, is like, so this is a great example. Like, this is what we want? Like this, where we don't even know if she was the one singing on this album?
Fucking right.
Like, this is what we want when she was heartbroken by Justin Timberlake? Like, which one are we hoping, Sean? Which one?
Are you?
Right. Which one are you trying to get back to? Because her right now, she looks like she's doing whatever the fuck she wants for the first time ever. Yes. Like, and I don't know, something about it, like, maybe she'll go down in history as some, you know, very sad story. I don't fucking know. But what I'm looking at is a woman that's breaking the paradigm. Like, she's done. She is done performing like a fucking monkey. Now, granted, do I love all of this memorabilia? I love this. But I'm not trying to root for her to get back to this. Yes. This is me rooting for a person all along the timeline. This is like, it's not even linear. It's just her kind of growing and changing as a person. And anybody that's rooting for her to be the same version she was when she was under control, like, why would that be the goal? Like,
I don't know. But society is selfish and weird. People are just like,
do other people really not dance in their living room like that? Because and film it? Do. Because I do. And like, that's the thing that's so weird to me. Is people like, oh, she's crazy. I'm like, oh, then I'm worried. Because if she is crazy doing that, you don't want to see what I do in my living room, like, naked. Like, I mean, like, not when Anna was home, but you know what I mean? It's like, how does she look weird? I don't get it.
And what was your first feeling when Britney was freed in 2021? How were you feeling? Comment tu te sentais quand Britney elle a été libérée? On va faire ça parce que est-ce que Britney est 100% libérée dans l'industrie? C'est un mystère. Hein? Ça, oui, plus de droits qu'autrefois, mais on sait pas trop.
You know that feeling like when you spend all day crying?
Yes.
That you just can't cry anymore and you feel like waterlogged? Do you know what waterlogged is? That's how I felt. Like, I just felt like I had just cried for like a year or two, and I just was so, like, happy, but also like, because I just knew, like, okay, here we go. Because we were talking about this earlier. That's great that Britney was freed legally. Like, she was freed. She was freed. I don't mean to quote it as if she's not free. I believe that Britney was actually legally freed.
Yes.
But, like, what is freedom?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, are any of us free? Like, societally, can you own a house right now?
No.
I can't afford to live in a house. And I was promised as a child that that's what life would fucking offer us. And we're not there as millennials.
So, imagine with this celebrity statue. Imaginez avec le statut de célébrité de Britney, with all those people and orbité, I don't know, I guess. Tous ces gens qui orbitent autour de Britney.
Hold on. Say that again.
With the translator. Tous ces gens qui orbitent autour de Britney.
Yes, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but I hope that and now my question is, like, how can we help Britney nowadays, for people in the back?
Right. That want to know.
How can we help the situation?
I think part of it comes back to what we were just saying before, being realistic in the expectations.
Yes.
So, like, it's not any of our specific jobs to do that. If there are any lawyers out there that are, like, either pro bono or bored and they want to work on a case and they want to research, like, I don't know, where the money from Britney's charities went, that's kind of weird.
That one,
she had charities, all these philanthropic endeavors. She was donating time and money, and then she got under a conservatorship. Where'd that money go?
Bye-bye, money.
Where'd that money go?
Wow.
So if somebody wants to check that out, you know what I mean? Like, people can help that way. But going online and talking with your full voice on topics that you don't really know about, like saying things like, well, she's not really free, or she is really free. Either side. It doesn't even matter. It's just like, stop going online and fighting in an echo chamber. That doesn't fucking do anything. It's not helping anybody. It's not doing anything.
No, because some people are really sure of themselves.
Right.
Il y a des gens qui pensent vraiment avoir les réponses.
I've done that. Totally. I have absolutely been like, oh, yep, this is the way it is. And then I find out later it's not. And I always come back and tell everybody. And, you know, it's hold yourself accountable. But
that's really mature.
Yeah. I mean, I try. I'm also a lot older than most of the people that spend fucking time online. But there's something to be said for, like, reshifting the narrative.
Yes.
And figuring out where we go from here, and recognizing, and I'm a broken record, but we're not her friends.
Yes.
We're her fans.
Yes.
So it's not up to us to have wellness checks on her.
Oh, fuck off.
Not our place.
Nope.
Not our job. You know what I mean? It's not our place to comment on her body, her mental health, her medical, anything. It's just not.
And it should be not the job to anyone in any case.
Ever.
Like, it's not the business.
Ever. It should never. And what's weird is that in society, that's kind of the way people, but not with her. Why is she the exception? Why do people get to talk about her?
Oh, people love.
You know what I mean? And we were even saying, like Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Why the fuck? He was just out at a store. A bunch of kids are filming him. He's like, fuck off. Like, get out of here. And people are like, he should really expect that if he's going to leave his house. Like, is that a serious argument? Is that a real thing that people are just like, if he wants to leave it? This is America. Like, he should fucking be able to leave his house and just do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, that's the whole reason we made this country.
This is true. Like, with the paparazzi culture and stuff. Like,
and they weren't even paparazzi. They were just some kids taking picture of another adult. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's weird that in society we just accept abuse. We're just like, yeah, well, this person getting abused right there, that's fine. That's right. Like, what?
And Justin et Britney ont tellement passé en commun, comme on expliquait tantôt, on se parlait dans la voiture. We talked about, you understand what I said? They are such a past common, like, tous les deux ont été sexualisés très jeunes, et ont été considérés comme des sex icons. Puis vraiment, imaginez la pression qu'ils ont eue de soulever toute une industrie sur leurs épaules à un si jeune âge, avec ses responsabilités, puis ce statut, en tout cas. Ça serait un autre sujet. This is another story for you guys, because we can talk a lot PDD, abuse, and it never stops.
Right.
It never stops.
Truly.
So, pour terminer l'entrevue, oh, maybe you will need the translator.
I do. Hold on.
So,
it kept like shutting off for some reason. Hold on.
pour terminer l'entrevue, this is awesome. I didn't know. Je ne savais pas qu'il y avait un moyen de se traduire en direct. Donc, juste pour terminer, dans le fond, j'ai demandé à ma communauté de poser des questions aux plus grands fans de Britney Spears. Donc là, en rafale, je vais poser des petites questions et tu vas pouvoir me dire quelle est ton opinion sur la question. So, I have a subscriber, j'ai un abonné qui me dit est-ce que tu aurais une opinion sur l'album Original Doll?
The song or the album?
The album.
The album?
But Mona Lisa.
What is my opinion on it?
Yes.
I actually like it a lot. I like that a lot. The song, is Chaotic on there, or that's the Kevin one? Chaotic is on their reality show.
Wow.
I love It's Getting Chaotic here. It's getting chaotic. Love that song. I like the Mona Lisa song a lot. Like a lot. I don't think
But what happened?
Like
They
hidden-
didn't want her to release it.
yeah, I think that's also the one that like she went to a radio station by herself and tried to get it seen, which like just kind of goes to show you how much she was trying to get her voice out there when they were just muting her and silencing her.
Good luck with your album. It's untitled.
It's probably going to be called The Original Doll. So
And it's half done?
yeah, it's halfway done right now.
But I really like that album. I think it's probably one of her I think that album is actually stronger than one or two of her better known ones. You know what I mean? Like
She was really trying to make her career for herself at that
Yes.
moment with Original Doll. Avec Original Doll, elle voulait vraiment faire un album à son image qui la représentait, who was a representative of what she felt inside.
Yeah.
Probably, because she's been cloned is really a powerful.
that's where I think a lot of the conspiracies come from. And it's like, you know, she's been cloned and it's just like,
No.
I get it. Like, I do get it. I don't mean to be dismissive on any conspiracy theories. Like,
It's true though.
they come from a lot of truth, like a lot. For me, it's more about, okay, is this, is it hurtful or harmful to her, Britney as an individual?
Yes.
B, can it be hurtful or harmful to others, like her children or, you know, people that she cares about or just even her followers or whatever? And is it productive? Like, can it, like, if it's not going to do anything, then why are we going to focus on it? Like, I don't understand why people are focused on, you know, again, going back to like, well, she's dancing in her living room. It's like, she had $1 billion. Why don't you give a fuck about that? You know what I mean? And even the stuff with Las Vegas, like, I am so fucking certain that they were using like real estate
Yes.
shit to hide her money and to fuck with it, which is why it's concerning that her house looks like it's on the market right now. Like, it's just like, what is going on? Like, what is happening?
And some people were saying it was like inhabited. It seems like nobody was in the house. Did you see?
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that.
I don't know. If
Then it's like
a
abandoned.
conspiracy,
But like, who's going? That's a good
don't
example.
know,
Who's
yeah.
near her house?
I
Like, what the? Delete that. Sorry.
Okay.
So how is your point of view about the movie?
The new biopic.
Yes. Quel est ton point de vue face au nouveau biopic? Tu sens bien? Yeah, is it still filming?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just for this question. I just.
No fucking word, bro. Est-ce que Britney est derrière ce projet? Is Britney behind this project? Like, I have.
So many questions.
Well,
I have so many questions. Yeah.
but we saw a post on Facebook of Britney saying, de Britney qui disait, oh, j'étais hâte de ce film-là réalisé par mon réalisateur favori, stay tuned, guys. It's like,
It just leads to more questions. It's just so many
it's
questions.
worse now.
Yeah. It's just like, I just have so many questions.
Because, and also a Facebook post, it looks so like
That's weirder, right?
official.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's from her. It looks like it's from the brand. Like, it very much looks like it's from the brand. I also wonder, like could it be that they deactivate the Instagram to get people's attention, to try to, like, advertise for it more or something? Which that I don't like. It doesn't make me, like, mad, but I don't like it. It just feels, like, needless. You know what I mean? It's a really... It's a shitty ploy to get people to pay attention because they know that we're worried about her. They know that, and it sucks. But I really want to stay optimistic about the movie the same way I did about the book. So, like, the book, I bought the book, I read the book, I loved the book, I thought it was great.
Yes.
Other people being really skeptical of it
Yes.
makes sense to me, and I'm
Yes.
glad. I'm glad that people are questioning it because
Yes.
that means that they're paying attention.
Yes.
Me personally, I boycotted Britney brands from 2007 to 21. The Van Gogh of Britney Spears fandom. She still hasn't got justice. Lou Taylor is still managing her sister. Not even like Lou Taylor still has a career. Lou Taylor is still actively involved in Britney's immediate family. That's crazy. If I didn't think it would bring bad karma to my room, I would have like pictures of her devil face.
You believe in karma?
Or, yeah, I guess karma, like, and energies and, like, you know, having a nice peaceful environment. So I want like beautiful pictures, not like negative.
Nice.
Yucky.
But it's so powerful here.
Yes, it feels good.
We feel stronger than yesterday. Because we're talking about some important character, I have 3 more questions for you.
Sure.
So someone asked me about the Sam Lutfi situation.
Okay.
Around 2007. So la personne veut savoir quelle est ton opinion face à Sam Lutfi? What do you think about Sam Lutfi?
You're spoken to Sam Lutfi or Lutfi. I never know if it's Lutfi or Lutfi, but
too.
I've never met Sam L. Or like talked to him. He shared something of mine. At one point, I had found out a piece of information about him that gave him a little bit of legitimacy and made him seem a little bit like, oh, is he actually credible? And I posted a thing on my stories, kind of like kidding around, just saying like, have you ever been watching a movie and halfway through you realize the villain wasn't the bad guy? And you're like, oh! And I was like, that's how I feel about Sam Lutfi right now. And he shared it, being like, see, I'm not the bad guy. I'm not sure if he was a bad guy or not. Yes. I don't know if he was drugging her. If I had to put money on it, I don't think that he was. I think that he was a scapegoat. Do you think he was a healthy person in her life? No, absolutely not. Do I think he was the monster that the media has painted him out to be? No. I think at worst he would be considered a frenemy. You know what I mean? I think he had probably a little bit too much personal. Yes. He had too much to gain from that friendship. I think the power imbalance wasn't really what it should have been. And I think he took advantage of the opportunity. I don't even know that he took advantage of her. I think he took advantage of the opportunity.
That makes sense.
I also think he's not a monster. I think he did legitimately try to let people be aware, like, hey, this conservatorship is illegal and like this isn't right and whatever else. He was right about a lot of things that he said. And 2 things can be true at the same time. It can be true that, you know, there's a lot of things that are questionable. Courtney Love has a restraining order, him, you know, and that has a lot of questions on it that it's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, yes. Courtney Love has a lot of critics and I'm not one of them. There's a lot of complexity to it. Yes. So I don't follow Sam. I also don't find it ridiculous for people to listen to him. I think he has a big part to play in the overall arc of what happened to Britney, but I don't think he has a responsibility to it. I don't think he did anything. If anything, I think he tried to stop it.
It makes sense. But let's be honest, the 2007 was such a mess. Like paparazzi, everything was so not healthy. So I think just what was going around was such like... C'était tellement pas sain, en fait, tout ce qui se passait, là. Fait que je pense que c'était juste...
It was toxic.
It was toxic! Oh, this is so fun. J'adore cette soirée pyjama. Et c'est tellement enrichissant les discussions comme je veux un autre épisode. I want another episode. So, your opinion about Britney Jean. We talk about it a lot.
The album? Yes.
Because someone is... Il y a quelqu'un qui nous dit, dans son album Britney Jean, il y avait des conspirations. Pas des conspirations, mais il y avait une chanteuse du nom de Marianne Murray qui avait exclu sur les réseaux sociaux qu'elle était derrière cet album. Donc, la personne, se pose des questions. C'est quoi qui s'est passé dans l'ère Britney Jean? So, the subscriber asking, in the Britney Jean era, what happened?
Is this whole thing about them talking about that one question? I love you.
Questions.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And I'm just
Your followers are way more in depth than mine. Mine are just like, so is she lying? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
That's the French community. Les
That's
Français
wild.
Beaucoup parler.
I gotta learn French like fucking quick. Bonjour, j'adore. Ça va? Okay.
Donc, c'est ça. Donc, en fait, what do you think about the Mariah Murray? We talk about it. On a parlé de ça dans la voiture. Donc, comment tu vois ça? Est-ce que si Mariah Murray a été derrière l'album Britney Jean, Est-ce que toi, how do you feel about it?
So the way I feel, like my first thought when I think of Maya Marie is it bothers me that she made fun of Britney and that's how they found her. That bothers me, that she made videos being like making fun of her, and then they were like, you should be her backup singer. Just like, why would you reward this person for that horrible behavior? That's what Americans do. That's why we're in this mess, because Americans do shit like that. It's like, what? Like, what? So, all right. So that's my first response.
Yes.
As far as like this album and Maya Marie's involvement in it, or, you know, what degree her involvement is, I don't know, and there's no way for me to know for sure. Yes. So I don't like to speculate in a way that undermines Britney's discography. If Britney at any point would came out and was like, yeah, I really was aggravated that that album didn't have as much of my vocals as I thought or should have been or whatever, then of course I'd be like, oh, that makes me mad. I would still rock the fuck out to Perfume, like, I mean, like, I just like, oh my, wait for you to
That's
come.
a really great
It's
album.
such a good, it is like poetry. It's one of her most poetic albums, and I will die on that hill. And I was explaining to my kids that even if she didn't, it's funny because this was a really in-depth conversation that I had with my kids. They're so funny.
So cute.
So funny. So my kids were like, I was explaining a couple different things, but basically like that there's a sadness to that album because it's my belief, and this is maybe like fan fiction, you know what I mean? I think this was the last album where she thought she was going to get out of that conservatorship in a realistic timeline. Wow. I think she still had hope. Yes. You know what I mean? But there was this like sadness, like through the albums, you can kind of see this sadness. And Glory, I think, was her like last, she gave that her all. And then
I like this fan fiction.
I think that's true. I really believe that because I just like, see, like there's just something about her eyes here where she's just like, she still believes that she's going to get out. And I think that the albums that came after this and the albums that, oh my God, what other songs are in here? I love this album so much. I think she still believed in this time she was going to get out. I think later.
I feel you. There's something really sad behind that really rhythmy EDM pop drop and thing, the lyrics and stuff. Je trouve vraiment qu'il y a une amertume, quelque chose de triste derrière ces sons rythmés. Yes, I can feel what you mean.
When I listen to Brightest Morning Star, I imagine it as if it's kind of like how I feel about Britney, but also how I would like to think she feels about her fans.
You are the light of my beautiful life.
And if Maya Marie is behind more vocals on that album than we would like to think, it doesn't change that people bought and loved that album because they love Britney. And she would have done just as good a job. And if it wasn't her, then she could have done an even better fucking job. And everybody still would have loved it. You know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, it's like sort of a moot point. Is
it your favorite album? No, it depends on the mood, of course. Ça dépend du mood, mais j'ai l'impression que t'aimes beaucoup Britney Jean. You really love this album.
I think I really like...
If you have to choose one for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life, I think...
Tomorrow for sure.
Oh my God, that's such a good one. See, that the problem is, like, the other albums, now I'm trying to look for the other ones at my work. I love her first album, but that's not my favorite. I like that one.
Of course.
I really loved her second album and her third album.
Nice. So
I loved Oops, I Did It Again in Britney.
Wow.
And then after Britney,
it was...
Hold on.
We need the...
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I think the next one is... It can't be Circus. No, she had to come out with another one.
Not Blackout?
No, it couldn't have been Blackout. Britney Spears discography. I can't believe we don't fucking... Off the top. So funny. Here, yeah, right. Oh, it's In the Zone. In the Zone.
In the Zone.
So that's what it is. Yes. Okay. So the first one was One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, Britney, and then In the Zone. Crossroads came out in between those.
Nice.
And then...
C'est vraiment difficile. Je saurais pas quoi choisir, but if you have to choose one, wow.
I think I would probably. Could I pick my greatest hits? No, I'm just kidding. The greatest hits album.
This is hard.
It is really hard. I would probably do. What's on Britney? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would say Britney Jean or Glory.
Nice. OK. Toi, c'est vraiment les derniers albums de last one.
Yeah, her most recent one. I think it's really underrated. And one of the
Glory
things,
is underrated.
it's super underrated. And one of the things I love about Glory is that I literally did not listen to it until she was free. Not a single song on it. I was like, no.
Why? Pourquoi?
Because I knew she was not legitimately in control of her life.
Yes.
And my heart told me something was wrong.
Yes.
And I just couldn't support her career while she wasn't in charge of it.
So you knew.
I just knew. I lived close enough to see her when she was in Las Vegas in that residency, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I knew that she wasn't free. And I think it's, I don't know, I really like the Glory album. I think she put her whole fucking heart into that. And same with Britney Jean. I think she really, like I said, this is where I feel like a sadness. It's like a sad poem almost. And Glory, I look at more like, fuck you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
even the picture, like,
Yep.
it's
I
awesome.
like
C'est
it.
tellement beau. C'est tellement sexy.
In like chains, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. She was like breaking free. But I also think that was her saying she was still trapped.
Yes.
I think that that it was her kind of trying to talk to her fans. I think she's very symbolic. People think that she's being speaking nonsense, and it drives me crazy because I'm like, I feel like I understand what she's saying. So like,
She's very intelligent. Elle est vraiment
she
intelligente.
is. People underrate
She's
her.
sparking so many guessing
Yeah.
things, like
People
tellement
underrate women in Hollywood that are performers, and I don't understand it. You can't get that fucking successful without being a smart motherfucker.
Last question from
Okay.
the community. Who's running the Insta? Qui est derrière le compte Insta?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Yes. And
So
I had a lot of questions about it.
I always maintained the same belief, or maybe not always, but as of the last couple of years, really. I think Britney has access to it.
Yes.
I don't believe that she's running it.
Yes.
I don't think she's in charge of it. I think she has a really wide team of people. I don't remember how many it is, but you can find online how many people run her Instagram. You can find it like on Facebook.
There was even a person from another
From Saudi Arabia, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
No.
And that's the thing. People get really conspiratorial that she's involved with like heavy government stuff. I think that's super plausible. I just think it looks a lot different than people think. So like, I don't think she's like a secret spy. You know what I mean? Like it's not that deep. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? She has some of the biggest reach in the world. It would make sense that the American government will be like, we want to put our finger on that. You know what I mean? Like it's just different. So I don't know. It could be something with the IP address. I have no idea. But
when we were in the car, quand on était dans la voiture, you said something. It was really bright.
oh my God, I did. What was it? Was it cute?
You
Was
said
that funny?
something in advance of your time, quelque chose en avance sur ton temps. Like when it's a post about something that it's not in favor of the team, and like if she's speaking about her family in a bad way, si elle parle de sa famille d'une mauvaise façon, souvent the post will be deleted. It's like maybe the team is still behind somehow, and they're trying to delete some things.
Yeah, that's part of what makes me so confident that she has access but not control.
Yes.
Because I think, people are like, oh, she's always posting and deleting. Well, someone's posting and it's getting deleted. Yep. I think it also could go both ways. I think that a lot of times they probably post shit that she's like, that's not what I fucking want, and she deletes it. You know what I mean? I think that probably happens just as often. But I think it would make a lot of sense every time we see something that would be erratic or that she's being, emotional or whatever. I think it makes sense to kind of note that it usually gets deleted. And it looks like, in my mind, it would make sense that she's posting that while she's upset and either changing her mind or someone else is like, well, we don't want that, and just whoop.
It's totally possible.
Yeah, I think it's likely. Yeah.
But it's the Britney mystery, and we will never know some things, and it's crazy. but it's life, and we just hope she's good.
We also won't ever know if Jesus ever, is coming back. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just something. I grew up Catholic, and we were taught some things you just have to have a leap of faith. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't mean to compare Britney to Christ. Please don't come after me, I guess. But, I mean, I guess that's a more American concern. But
no, but to be honest, like, we just hope she's good, and that's it.
That's all you can do is just like hope and pray. And really, that's all you would be able to do if it didn't seem odd. Like that's all anybody can do about any celebrity that you're watching struggle or whatever. Again, unless you're a lawyer and you want to do the paper, like BJ investigates, like that surprise witness. That surprise witness saw something, was like, hey, this is an organized explanation of why that's not right, and then it was out there for everybody to have. I think she actually, a lot of her work was even used in one of those first documentaries. I don't think she was credited for it. Wow. Like I mean, that's like a rumor thing. I've had very little interaction with BJ, but I'm a big fan. Yes. I'm a big fan. And I think that, people who have the ability should look into it because it matters for everybody. Britney Spears not having human rights is not just some rich girl. No. It's just not. It's just not.
You said it.
It's $1 billion. Like, where's the billion fucking dollars?
Where's the fucking money?
Where's her money? Where's her stuff? Okay, so I have a theory. That her furs, where's all the cars from the music videos? She owned those cars. Those were her cars. Her costumes from all of the residencies and all the fucking tours. Where's all her shoes? Where's all her jewelry? Where's all that stuff?
Right.
That was in SJB Trust. That was in a trust that got like liquidated. And you can find some of her stuff getting sold off on eBay and shit slowly. And it's like, where's her shit? Where is that getting sent off from? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I have a theory that Jamie has like a shipping container, like a big storage hangar in Louisiana. And I think somebody is slowly selling all her shit off.
She was talking about it, I think, about her.
I think so too. I think she's trying to tell people, like, the dollhouse. Yes. She was talking about a dollhouse that got like sold or whatever. It was missing and her mom was bitching about it. Lynn.
This is a really big mystery, but we are here to investigate or just talk in a pigeon lab.
Yes.
We're like, on fait les deux. On est genre.
I was trying to think of like a dynamic duo. Like, what is like a detective? What is it? I can't. The Hardy Boys? Is that what?
I don't know, but I like this dynamic. Yo,
famous detective.
Charlie, it was so fun to have you.
Thank you for having me.
We had so much fun. C'était tellement cool. Puis je pense qu'on en veut plus. On aurait pu parler pendant des heures. I think if I didn't stop it, we could talk for hours and hours.
Hours and hours.
There's so much topic to cover.
We really could.
En tout cas, si vous avez aimé, n'hésitez pas à commenter et on va filmer demain for the Charlie documentary. That would be awesome. I think if it go well like that, tomorrow it's gonna be awesome.
I'm really excited for you to be a part of it too. So yay, thank you
so much to invite me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here at the Britney Hotel.
Britney Hotel in Boston.
Yes.
Donc, merci tout le monde de nous avoir écoutés. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à commenter vos mystères, vos questions, on va les répondre. It was Jardy Bitch. Et on se revoit bientôt. Et peut-être avec Charlie, on va essayer de faire des projets. Peut-être maybe a podcast. Maybe we'll host a podcast together.
J'adore.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, already, glass.
Bitches.
Oh my God, that was great.
That was fun.
Yay.
I love it.